15A. The list below shows the number of hours Mr. Jackson worked each week at an auto repair shop. He worked 19 hours the first week. He worked 23 hours the second week. He worked 34 hours the third week. If he was paid $16 for each hour he worked during the 3 weeks, what was the total amount he earned in dollars? So here we have our UPSI, and we need to look at underline our question. Our question is, what was the total amount he earned in dollars? So we need to find a total. Okay, what information do we know? Well, we know that he worked 19 hours the first week, 23 hours the second week, and 34 hours the third week. We know that he was paid $16 for each hour. So every hour that he worked, he was paid $16. So we're going to go ahead and use our UPSI. Okay, so the first step is to draw our strip diagram. So we know that he worked the first week. So here's week 1. And the first week he worked 19 hours. And remember, for every hour he worked, he was paid $16. So here's the first hour, he was paid $16. Here's the 19th hour, and he was paid $16. So all 1, 2, 3. The second hour, he was paid 16. The third hour, 16. Keeps on going, repeating, right? We're going to repeat 16 19 times. Then he worked 23 hours the second week. So here's my second week. And my second week, he worked 23 hours, and he was still paid $16 every single hour for 23 hours. So first hour was 16, the last hour was 16. So this is 23 hours. And then my final strip diagram for the third week, he worked 34 hours, but he was still paid $16 every single hour, and he worked from 1 hour up to 34 hours. So we're solving for the total amount earned. So we want to know how much money he earned. Okay, so our operation, we know that we are going to multiply. We have a repeating number, 16, 19 times, 16, 23 times, 16, 34 times. So we are multiplying 3 times. We're multiplying 3 times. After we multiply, then we need to find the total. So we need to find the total, so we need to combine all these 3. When we combine, we add. So my method is going to be to multiply 19 by 16, 23 by 16, 34 by 16, then add. My number sentence is going to be 19 times 16 equals something. Then 23 times 16 equals triangle. And then 34 times 16 equals triangle. Then you're going to add all these 3. So then I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I'm going to do triangle plus triangle plus triangle equals my total. My plan is to find the product of 19 and 16, 23 and 16, 34 and 16, then add the products to find the sum. So then we're going to go ahead and solve. Okay, so we said that we were going to multiply. So let's go ahead and multiply. The first one is 19 times 16 because I have 16 groups of, 19 groups of 16. So 19 times 16. And let's multiply our 1. 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 5 is 11. Then we are going to do our pizza, drop our 0. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. And we add them up. 4 plus 0 is 4. 9 plus 1 is 10. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 304 is for my first week. I'm going to solve for my second week. So my second week is 23 times 16. Oh, so that's one triangle. 23 times 16. 6 times 3 is 18. 6, 12, 18. 6 times 2, 6, 12. Plus 1 is 13. Then we do our pizza. Drop our 0. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. Anything times 1 is that number. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. 368 is my second product. Then we are going to do our third product, which is our third week. Okay, 34 groups of 16. So I'm going to do 34 times 16. 6 times 4, 6, 12, 18, 24. 6 times 3, 6, 12, 18 plus 2 is 20. Then we are going to draw our pizza, drop our 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. Then we add. 0 plus 4 is 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. So our next product is 544. Then we have to add all three numbers to get the total amount that he earned. So we are going to add 304 plus 368. So I'm going to add 2 at a time. 8 plus 4 is 12. 6 plus 0 plus 1 is 7. 3 plus 3 is 6. 672 plus 544. I'm going to add 544. 2 plus 4 is 6. 7 and 4 is 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 plus 6 is 7. Plus 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He earned $1,216. That was my total. So now the question was, what was the total amount he earned in dollars? So we're going to put here, he earned a total of 1,216. So now let's go and look at our answer. Here's my answer, 1,216. 92 would have been out because that would have been very little. 502 would have been very little. So it was between these two, and answer was B. Okay, if we look at 15B, it says, a small train carries passengers on a scenic route in the Rocky Mountains. The list below shows the number of passengers on each of 3 cars on the train. The first car had 28 passengers. The second car had 35 passengers. The third car had 24 passengers. If each ticket for the train cost $42, what was the total amount received from ticket sales for all 3 cars? Go ahead and use your UP speed to solve your problem.